Welcome guys to Project Arlo Revolution. I'm going to pick up Matt, Spencer, and Sarah, the team behind Arlo Revolution. I'm Luke, and today we're going to show you guys all of our equipment, who we are, and we're just going to have a fun day together. We're going to try to film a promo for the Arlo Revolution and then show you guys behind the scenes of what we do. Here we go.
You better believe that I'm gonna succeed at achieving all of my dreams. So bring it on, bring it on. I'm a boss and teach just how it gets going, stay strong and walk tall. You tell us we can't, we're gonna prove you wrong. So look at us, here we come. Gonna raise champions, always victorious. We are warriors.
So let's explain what
The show Arlo
this show
Arlo Project Arlo Revolution is going to be us hanging out, the group, the Arlo Revolution team, just hanging out and going to places, visiting things, doing interactive reviews, all while we are making promo videos and commercials for different shows, music videos, possibly a movie somewhere down the line. That'd be awesome. You know, in general, I think if this starts to work, we could just make the podcast about this.
That's what I initially wanted, is like a behind the scenes of us talking about this show and
Which is what we're kinda doing
and
right
just
now.
different projects we have, because it's kind of cool if people like the show or people that are into film be like, hey, this is behind the scenes, this is how we produce it,
Right.
this is how we film it, this is our thoughts on the creativity of it.
Our podcast is basically just us hanging out, talking, and coming up with ideas of what we want to do and how we're going to do it.
And then you get to see it come alive once we start doing stuff.
Doesn't mean we can't talk about movies and other things too that come up in conversation.
Yeah. So this is also behind the scenes of the actual coming on.
We're gonna be behind
molding
the
the
scenes
show.
of how we're gonna do everything that you're gonna be watching now.
Yeah, and later on in the show, we're hopefully going to be doing this once a month if possible, and then going out to different locations or different sets, or
We probably
wherever.
won't wing it this much on other.
No, we'll definitely have a schedule.
We'll have a schedule.
This first
and a plan on
episode is
other
just to
ones.
get the idea and have you guys come along with us on the creation of this idea. Hey, come down all sexy. This is your one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I think it's a good idea, especially for a first episode, because it's going to get people like, oh, that's
in
kind of
what we
cool.
do.
Like, and honestly, and you may want to wait to like air it until we are like ready to
Show more.
like we could like right after we go film the next one is when you want to air this one, and so say, and then you can even say, check us out next time at whatever. Right after we film it, we know what it is, and we can already say this is what it's going to be. Our first show is going to be here.
Hi there, lady.
What's up?
Every time someone says all right, I always think of that. It doesn't go to all right, all right, all right. It always goes to all right. You know what's happening.
Every time somebody says all right, I'm like,
I'm ready, baby. You know what time it is.
So what do you guys feel about that?
about what?
Not a fan.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Life?
Yeah.
Feel that life sometimes can get you down, man.
You get knocked down, but you can get up again.
You get back up again.
Never gonna keep me down. We have arrived.
We face the ghost and others will not.
Ghost facers.
That's fine. I think
What is
it's
Arlo
awesome.
Revolution to you, I guess? Is that a good answer?
I think it's awesome. I think doing this more as a behind the scenes
Process.
yeah, just showing who we are as people.
Do gives you an idea of who we
I'm a
are and
real
how
people.
our creative process on doing things.
I'm a real boy.
Every so often, I'll just pan over to the camera.
Yeah. I'll go back and forth.
So we're just trying to get the juices flowing, you know, don't you know, we got the Diet Cokes and we're going to try to think of some ideas.
We just need to scout out some spots that you want to.
I think right here would be
Yeah, that's good.
backdrop. We can just set the chair right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I brought one too.
You get that good depth of field with that one.
Where are we? Luke said he wanted to follow a map. Go by the fishing pier. Ooh, there's like
Fishing pier.
There's like a. There's a little bit. We are here.
The fish are the beer.
We're setting up a shot for you guys. So
Like
an over the table shot. So we got our tripod, and then we got our idochrome. I forgot what they call it. Flex tilt head. Put that on top, and that'll be a downwards angle for you guys to see all of our equipment. So we're setting it up. It's about ready. We got the sandbagging.
Sandbagging it.
Sandbagging.
Sandbagger.
We got the
Taylor you.
top shut.
Do that being short.
For Operation Brown, I'm taking the vehicle over to Browntown, which is over that way. So I'm going to keep tabs with home base as I visit the facility.
Unleash the beast.
Operation go, 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 go.
Run!
I'm getting in the vehicle.
Home base hears you loud and clear. Over.
Operation is a go. I repeat.
Something about having to like put it in the neutral and drive while you're going.
Just start it like a normal car. Over.
Just put the key in the ignition and drive it there, huh? Lucas, he's setting up.
Troops have landed.
All well, Luke continues to set up. Luke's setting up. Well, Spencer's dropping out.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
Are you gonna do all of this stuff in the episode, or are you gonna make, like, how much of the episode is gonna be this? That's what I'm.
Just this. This isn't gonna be long. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's gonna be
quick
like 2
cut,
seconds.
like boom, boom, boom. It might be like a minute and a half, just because I'm gonna be like, this is this.
It's worth it.
This is this, but it
Right.
shows everybody what we have. Back by popular demand.
Spencer Woodward! Crocky, we're gonna head back over to the pavilion where Arlo Revolution is setting up for their first episode of Project Arlo Revolution. We got Luke Hardy and Spencer Woodward setting up and going through some of the equipment. And Sarah Bell is sitting there doing absolutely nothing important.
Just wanna work.
Yeah,
Alarm going off, gotta pay the bills. We all hate to go to work, it's how we made it feel. Everybody has a chance trying to make a meal. If you gonna take the shot, you better aim to kill. There's more to living if you are risen or hitting snooze. We flowing down the road that I was able to pick and choose. Go and get it or settle to be that bitter dude. That's why Drizzy sitting way up in the six with different views.
There's all of our equipment, just chilling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are setting up for the interview type thing for the promo. So here we go. We got one camera set up. I'm on the other camera, so I'll show you what we're doing right now. And there's a shot of Sarah. She's our test subject right now. We're gonna set up another camera. This camera that we're using right here, the one we're using currently, we're gonna set it up right here towards her. Get 2 angles. Matt's on his phone making some posts on Facebook for the Arlo Revolution page, as well as Sarah taking some photos. Spencer just lobbed up.
Yo, name.
This is on my phone. This is behind the scenes of us actually filming. Were you loving it? Alright, I'm next. Alright, this is the kind of behind the scenes. So Sarah's gonna ask me a few questions. We got the cameras set up. We got 2 angles. This one's a front angle. I'm just gonna speak to the camera, and the other one's a side angle. So we got a nice backdrop back here too. So, here we go.
All right. Who are you?
And yeah, we're just doing 2 camera setup. Nice backdrop. And here we go. How did I come up with the name Arlo Revolution? Well, Arlo is my middle name and my son's name, but for the company, I named it after my grandma's father. He died when she was around 10 years old, and my grandma is one of the hardest working people I know. I named that for my grandma. And then the Revolution is I want to help as many people out as we can, and back and forth, just create a company that later on helps out as many creators and as many people that want to try and make it as possible, just so we can all succeed. So that's what Arlo Revolution is about, is helping out each other.
I think the uniqueness of Arlo Revolution is that it's kind of a new format. It's not one person in one place doing one thing. We want to work for you and with you, and what do you want to happen, and we want to make it possible. And not too many people think of it that way. In a business sense, it doesn't make a lot of sense to just go in and give everything away, but in a way it's kind of like we're working with one another and we're forming relationships. It's in a world where everything is online and everything is media based and everything is instant satisfaction, the fact that you can walk in to talk to us and say, hey, or even on the phone or on the computer, you can come to us and say, hey, I got this great idea, and we can say, oh, that is a really good idea. What would help you make that happen? And that's what I'd like to see happen. It's kind of it's the beginning of a ball rolling down a bigger slope.
Something that makes Arlo Revolution stand out is just that what we do is we truly care about the story and about making that difference. I think the word revolution in Arlo Revolution is that sense of making a difference for the people. We're not just there to make a few dollars and get a very brief glimpse of what you want your story to be like. What we're actually trying to do is make your story come to life in a new and creative cinematic way.
Arlo Revolution is a project that is about inspiring people to engage in the creative process. It's not about one thing. It's not about film. It's not about advertising. It's not about one media form. It's more about a creative collective where people can come up with an idea, make it happen, and you'll get support by very passionate people that really want you to inspire yourself by just going with your ideas and creating what feels good to you. And it's cultivated by friendships that we've had for a long time. We all inspire each other. We have a great time. We make a lot of memories. So it's a very supportive, healthy, synergistic feeling to all work together.
I can also play the penny whistle a little bit. My heart will go on.
Agent Wade, what is your status?
I'm gonna need some backup here. Send in the drone.
Aerial support coming in. Drone ignited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap, and we're about to clean up. So, cool. Camera on? Yeah. We're breaking down. Any last words? I mean, anything that you want to?
If you have any places you'd like us to check out, send your locations to ProjectArloRevolution@gmail.com. It exists.
Yeah, ProjectArloRevolution@gmail.com. Yeah. Set it up.
Yep. You just keep watching and we'll keep that camera rolling.
And we will have a podcast as well as this. So it'll be, what should we name the podcast, do you think? Since it's going to be more of us.
Just be the Project Arlo
Revolution
Podcast. Okay.
Listen to us driving in a car, talking about what we're going to do on the show.
And then watch the show.
Show what we're doing as a promo.
And all we have to do is go out the one time and we cover all these spaces.
We should just call
I
it.
think you should try to produce as much as you can.
Yeah, as we can, yeah. Because we don't get much time with each other and it's hard to get together. So why not produce as much stuff as we can
Just
while
like
we're out?
Inception. The inside look at the inside look.
With the inside look.
A dream within a dream within a dream, I don't know.
Turn left.
That's what Project Arlo Revolution is.
Turn right.
Thank you guys for watching the first episode of Project Arlo Revolution. We had a great time and hopefully you learned something from this. We'll have the promo up pretty soon so you guys can check that out. This is the behind the scenes of making that. And hopefully you guys stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up. A lot more behind the scenes. You guys have anything to add?
Don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube and continue to follow along with Project Arlo Revolution. Yeah, Facebook as well. And make sure that you continue to follow to get updates from everything that we're doing here at Arlo Revolution. Yeah?
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Everybody, I thought I hugged everybody. Oh, quack. Matt Wade with Arlo Revolution here. We just arrived in Crown Point, Indiana. We're at the old sheriff's house in the jail, which is right off of the main square. And tonight we're going to be meeting up with the SIC Supernatural Investigation crew. We're going to show you some behind the scenes of how they shoot their web series in the shadows. Not only that, but me and Luke Hardy are going to go do our own little investigation and see what we might be able to rustle up. Come join us as we do our Project Arlo Revolution show here in Crown Point, Indiana.
Let's do this.